Come back, come back, come back. You could just be good enough for me. What's up, guys? Hello, Mr. Rywell. How you doing? Do. Thank y'all for joining me. Play a little bit of my guest song tonight. What's up, guys? I see y'all joining. Thank you. I see JR. Look, I said, look. Today I had to wear my dashiki today. I was like, I am over it. Haitian. Thank y'all for joining. Yeah. I'm gonna be waiting for my guests to join, and I'm gonna play just a little bit of her music. Happy Friday, y'all. Thank y'all for joining me on this Friday. Oh, y'all love the natural. Look, JR, you like the natural, child. Look, you better be happy I ain't got no wig today. Oh, thank you. Oh, my God. I got my fan to get on this of me tonight. Jesus. I'm going to move to this side because I don't even trying to see all that. That's too much of my business. Come back. Come back. Thank y'all joining us so much. Oh, my gosh. I am beyond excited. Tonight, I am prepared tonight. Trying to see my artist, my guest should be coming in tonight. It's going to be a very, it's been a minute since I had a female. Have I had a female? I'm trying to think, have I had a female, y'all? Is she my first female? No. Oh, I know. I definitely know, sir. Hey, Evan. I missed my Evan. Oh, man. Yeah, it's been a crazy. I haven't had a female? Wow, she's probably my first. I thought I did. I was like, have I had a female? Wow. That's very cool. Well, I'm super excited. I'm waiting for her to join. She should be joining me hopefully in a few minutes. I'm going to be excited to have her have my platform. I'm good, doing good. Got a lot going on, but it's getting better. It's October, y'all, so it's the month of Halloween. It's a lot going on. That's how I feel. Hello. Yes. I'm dying to see what October 17th is going to be. So we'll see for that moment. Okay. I see my lovely guest. She's in. I see. All right. Give me a second. I'm going to let Miss Nico B join me in. We should be getting started. Hey, sis. My New Orleans sis. Oh, I miss her so much. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Queen. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, look, for the most part, but I'm good. I guess it's nighttime, so I've got to get used to the timing because I didn't realize that, you're on Arizona time,
Yeah.
sis. Child, baby, how do you do it? I don't know how you do it.
It's different now. You live here, so it's the same 24 hours everybody else gets. So
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
like,
you are. Look, I was like, sis, God bless you. My best friend, she actually was there for her birthday in July, and
oh,
she loved
nice.
it. She loved it. She said she wanted to go back. I said, child, you can have
She a
Arizona.
tough one if she came in July.
Yeah. It was her.
I moved here in July and was like,
No. Well, before we do get started, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Chastity Buckley. I'm the host of Midnight R&B Edition, Homage to Midnight Love BET, where I give all my love to all my R&B artists, singers, songwriters, and producers, and everybody who has changed the R&B game. And I'm here with my lovely episode. And sis, I think I started to realize, I think you're my first female guest in history.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Well,
I
that's an
have
honor.
not. I have not had a female on my Who's Next since I've started this. I had to think. I'm
Wow.
like, have I had a female? And I think you're my first in history. Yes, you are.
Well, that's awesome. I'm honored.
And I have another thing to tell you. I realized on your YouTube, you joined YouTube on my birthday, almost
I
10 years
did?
ago. Yes, you did. August 1st.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
wow. Well,
So
look at there.
we got a lot in common, Queen. Look.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yes, thank you so much. But I'm here to introduce you, R&B singer, songwriter, and creator and designer queen, Ms. Nico B.
Hello, hello.
Yes, thank you so much. They give me a lot of love in the comments, so I'm
Hey,
truly, truly
y'all.
excited and proud. And sis, I'm proud and excited because tonight I didn't even know this. You are dropping your video tonight. Are you
I
excited?
am. I am super excited. Oh man, we did that
Oh,
like before this, or like right after the song dropped. Before the song dropped, so we've had the video done. So I'm ready to,
what?
yeah, I'm ready to just drop it.
Oh my baby, look, you got a world premiere coming up, so I'm super excited to have
Yes.
you on the platform. But I'm also excited just to talk about your journey in the industry, but not even just that, everything that you've done so far in your lineage of learning R&B music and everything that you have contributed to since you started singing. So, but before I do get started, I wanted to ask you, how have you been doing? Because I always do a mental check with my guests who come in. I know it's been crazy since we are in a pandemic, child. Everything is just like back and forth. How are you doing?
Whew. I'm here. I'm taking
Yeah.
it day by day. That's honestly where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Each day has brought its own, challenges or happiness or whatever you want to call it, but day
Yeah.
by day. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm blessed to be alive, you know what I mean? And I can't take it for granted, but I'm here.
Oh yes, and you know what? I'm super proud of you because one I think I learned about just you as an artist, and the people that you guys surrounded by you, you really really have a passion for the love of music. And what I'm learning
Mm,
about you, I had started thinking to when I was listening to your cover song and stuff. I said she reminds me of her. You remind me of
really?
like her and a mixture of Halle from Chloe and Halle. You remind me
Uh-huh.
of those two in general. And
Well,
I
that's a
love your voice.
compliment. Thank you.
Yes. And I was like, sis, a lot of people can't stay in a certain tone, but I can tell you can hit high notes like Halle. So I'm like, yeah, she got a little, church in her, but not even just that. I can just feel the soul in you that you are just, a person that, sticks to what you love in your craft, but stay in your lane.
Yes.
So
Appreciate that.
no problem, sis. I'm just super, super proud. Before we do get started, I want to, talk about everything of who you are before we get into your current single and the world premiere of your video tonight, which I'm super
Yes.
excited to come back. Yes, congratulations. I know I wanted to ask you about, your life and stuff like that and who you are as a person, because I wanted the people to get to know who you are, learn about R&B and everything else. So are you from Detroit or are you like from Cleveland? How did you get your start? Because I'm learning about you, like you were in two different types of cities, but how did you come from where you come from and how did you fall in love with R&B?
So I am from Detroit originally. So growing up, I mean, obviously that's a major city there.
Yeah.
My
Old
mom
town.
was heavy into the gospel industry. And so
Mm-hmm.
I grew up around a lot of gospel, got to meet a lot of gospel artists and celebrities and growing up. So I just was kind of involved in that young. And then my mom always had like, she loved her jazz in the morning, her what's it called, smooth jazz.
Smooth
She like
jab.
her smooth jazz, you know what I mean? And she used to, gospel, and she loves some neo soul. So grew
Mm.
up with like Jill Scott and India Arie in the house, and just people like that. But then to get into a little bit more to R&B, my
Mm-hmm.
brother, older sibling, so my brother and my sister would always like get me hip on people. And
Mm-hmm.
so when he get a little CD, I love to sit in my room and just play CDs on the floor, like put them in my boom box and just blast them. But when
Mm.
he would get a new CD, he slided to me. So I was able to get
Yeah.
some stuff in it. Like my older sister would get me hip to like PJ Morton and just many people. So I was
Mm.
always open to different types of music and reading lyrics and just playing, stuff after stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
that's really where it all started in
Right,
Detroit.
right. And I know when you said about you in Detroit, I know when you went there, and then I know you said you moved to Cleveland, Ohio. You really got your sound in the gospel circuit. So, like I know you say you love the gospel. That's where you started. And I know a lot of artists before they get into the R&B realm, they go in the gospel circuit. So, how did you get your start from there? I want you to let the viewers know how did you get the love for gospel, and how did you get the honing of their craft of music?
Um, I wouldn't say gospel music in general. It's just I grew up around like just contemporary. Well, I'll say this: I went to more of contemporary
Mm-hmm.
music and gospel, yes, but not that church Baptist gospel. You know what I
Uh huh.
mean?
Yep.
Mary, Mary. Kiera Sheard. So that was
Yeah.
already, you know, people that are changing the game or tipping the board to not really be gospel music. So
Yeah.
that's kind of where it opened my ears. Like I love harmonies and you know, that whole little era. I mean, you had, who did you have? I mean, all types of people in that era. But moving from there to Cleveland, like I just literally had you know, church and stuff, and then I moved from church to it was my senior year of college. I had started to go out, you know, I was 21 finally, and people was like, oh, let's go out to one of the open mics or something. I'm like, all right, let's do it. So I was just going to spectate, you know what I mean, just open my eyes and say, hey, chill out, just catch some vibes and stuff. And this girl was like, did she sing? And I'm like, she talking about me? Do you sing? No, yeah. And I had already went to a mega church, so the Word Church in Cleveland, so I couldn't hide my face. So people know who I am. I'm on stage every Sunday. So they like, no, she sings. So I really couldn't be like, nah, I don't sing, but yeah, I sing. So from there, like she called me on stage, and I ended up going up there and singing, and found out, hey, I have a love for the stage a little bit more than I, you know, thought on a secular side per se. So that's where I kind of was like, okay, maybe I do like this a little more. I always knew I love music. People know me on Instagram singing my little heart out on my stories all the time. So all types of music. So that's really where it kind of started, and was like, okay, maybe I do, you know, have a passion to actually do this and share my gift with people in the same room type situation. So yeah.
And it reminds me of my favorite singer, Brandy, because that's how she got her start in the church. And then when she wants to, you know, when she went to that, she was inspired by people like Whitney Houston and stuff like that. So I kind of seen where you get in the gear of you taking the Jill Scott, the formula of Erykah Badu, and fitting your craft, but not even that. You always have that gospel tone, but not even that. You know, the soul hits to where R&B is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
love when you talked about when you said, you know, you going to the club and then you singing, you know, singing, but not even just that. You always felt that in your heart. Everywhere you go, you can always hit and touch people.
Exactly.
So with that being said, like, did you feel like that day forward that, okay, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, so I really never took it as music. I never took music as an opportunity for me to pursue it as a career. I always just knew I wanted to do it. So it wasn't like growing up, it was never like music, you know, especially in poverty areas, you know, Detroit and Cleveland, you don't see music as a real career. That was never something I was taught, that I could make money off of like crafts and stuff like that. It was always like, all right, go to school, get a good job, and then because my when I went to college, people were like, what you going to school for? Music? No. I went to school for interior architecture. So it's like, I mean, so it was just kind of like a thing. I didn't really choose to do this as a career or pursue this as a career until I moved here.
Wow. So you moved to Arizona. Wow. Now, do you feel like the leap of faith when you did that, did it inspire you to just go out and just, hey, okay, the school thing is great, but now I think my purpose here is here in Arizona, but not even that, singing is my purpose when you moved to Arizona?
In a way. So it really was, I didn't come here to really pursue anything. I just came here because I needed a fresh start. And I really was trying to get something from school, what I went to school for, make some money, you know what I mean? My mom was moving out here. So I'm like, well, you're going, let me just, you know, I need somewhere to go. I want to go somewhere. So I'm tired of Cleveland. Chuck up the deuces, I'm out. So I left out with moms, and we got here, and really it was one of my friends from Cleveland. He hooked me and was like, hey, I got a plug for you. I got these two brothers, the Gaines brothers, who live out here. They're from Cleveland, went to Cleveland School of the Arts. I'm going to hook y'all up. And on my way here, he sent them a DM, introduced us, and they were like, use me right away. And so we met and started using me for shows and background vocals and stuff like that. And so from there, it was kind of like when I got the call from people, I got a couple people out here that I work with, and when I got the call, I would jump and go. But that night when we had a big performance out at one of the art museums, and I met these group of guys off from Milwaukee, and one of them being my producer for this record. And we all just kind of linked and locked in. They were like, all right, we got a studio, come through. And I'm like, you know, when you hear producers don't know the people, you be like, you got a studio?
Yeah.
You got a studio? Okay. All right. So they kept pressing me to come through and pull up, and not necessarily my specific my producer right now, but the people, the squad. So they're like, come through. I'm like, So finally I was like, what's the address? And it wasn't too far from home. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna pull up, you know what I mean, see what they talking about. and these cats were dope. You know what I mean? These were people. I'm like, I have an ear, but I was always hesitant because I knew that when I put something out or when I did, I wanted it to be a certain sound, and I needed to sound like I know how it's supposed to sound.
Exactly.
And so I've been with people where they're like, you know, I'm like, okay, you a little producer, okay, all right. But these people, they were like, Bree, you have a gift, and you can make money off of this. So this group of people, I really give a big credit to. PJ is Fred Boswell, TJ, all these good people out here, my squad, and I appreciate them for pushing me and being like, hey, you can do this. And so from there, me and PJ locked in, and we're here now. So
that is dope.
Yeah.
So it's you and PJ, y'all have this team together. Do you feel like, you know, is that what you, okay, so now doing that, it's like you finding your purpose in the industry. So now, was this like the gear starter, you trying to get into the music industry of everything, even though you have kind of had that familiarity when you were growing up?
Yeah, so I say that. So the past, so right before, or right like when quarantine hit, I got back to Phoenix, and he hit me up and was like, come through. We got to finally, me and him, we always had something, you know, when we was in the studio. We made a couple records back then, but we can never link up because of our schedules. Yeah. So finally, you know, when everybody's slowing down, it's like, all right, pull up. I got the spot. Let's get some, you know, let's get some work done. Let's make some music. And then from there, like living here, I've had the gift of songwriting really pull out of me.
Come on, gift songwriting. Come on, pen this.
For real, like like I used to write a little bit when I was younger, but it really came out living here when I'm just in pure silence kind of situation. And so we got in the studio, and I mean, we just started making records, and I have a catalog that I'm just kind of sitting on, and I want to keep building that catalog because I want to have records in the book. I want to have a book of records, and then it's like, boom, we could pick and choose when it's time to put them out. You feel me? So, but we've just been locking in, and we've been locked in ever since. And so we realized that we are a team, and we can make, you know, dope stuff together. So we both got the same mission and dream. So let's do it. So here we are.
That is dope. I was going to ask you, like, you talk about songwriting, and I feel like songwriters, y'all make the most beautiful music, and it comes from personal stories. So have you ever thought about writing for other people besides yourself, or even giving some of them?
Absolutely.
If you had to pick one, who would you pick to write for?
Ooh, one person to write for? That's a hard one. One person to write for. Can I say write with?
You can write with. That's a good one. A lot of people don't think about writing with.
James Fauntleroy.
Oh, okay.
That's my write with. I'm like, write for. I'm like,
But you know what? Learning about you and your voice, you remind me a little bit of too with Ari Lennox, or not even just that. I can see you writing for Jasmine Sullivan.
Ooh.
Yeah. I can see you definitely doing that.
She got some pain behind them things. Like Jasmine.
Yeah, she does. But you know what? I love what you said about a lot of people with songwriting, because I know, like I said, with it tells so many stories. But not even that. I love that, you know, you're using your gift to even find your own sound with your songs. So by you doing that, did you get into the passion of doing cover songs? Because I know a lot of people, when they do get their gear start, you do your cover songs first, and then you kind of do your own thing. So did you do the cover songs and then start out with the songwriting, or how did that come about?
So I did the cover songs in the midst of this last year. I just originally I wanted to like put some out, because I'm like, I had introduced myself. People knew I sang, you know, knew me as my name, and then I was like, I want to reintroduce myself as an artist. Yeah. And so I had already been doing the cover songs. I think cover songs they're very challenging, honestly. People think that cover songs are really easy to just sing somebody else's song, but no, you have to sing somebody else's song, but also make it your own. And it's like, so like the one I put out No Sleep by Janet Jackson.
Baby,
and
you
that
did that.
Record was, when I say I started that thing probably 3 months in advance before I even, like, one night it just clicked. I was struggling with that record. I'm like, I want to do this record. One of my favorite records. I've always said I wanted to cover this record. And I was doing it. And I was like, I don't know if I could do this record. This sound, I don't know. And one day I was in the studio by myself for like hours, and it just clicked, and I was like, yes. And so those moments for me are like, you know what I mean? Finally, man, I finally figured out how I can make this song my own, but still give homage and give credit to the originator, because it's really a compliment.
Yeah.
I mean, we could pick any song, you know what I mean? Why would we want to pick a song that we don't like? We picking songs that we like because we want to sing them because we like them.
That's right. That's
so,
true.
and we want to put our own spin on it. So I still want to do covers. There's no stopping the covers. It's going to continue.
Right. And my favorite one from you, I'm going to be honest, it's funny that you said Lucy because it was my favorite at first, but girl, Frequency, what you did for Janae Aiko, girl, you body that.
Thank you.
Baby, it put me in a frequency. You heard me because when I heard your version, it does not sound like Janae. And I'm happy that you talked about that because I just see somebody in the comments said cover songs on the show and the proof. That is very true. And I feel like when I listen to your version, I don't hear Janae, I hear your voice because you made it sound your own. You know what I'm saying? And even with cover songs, I know a lot of people use it as their gear starts to get into the YouTube, game and just trying to get understanding of clarity that they can sing. But like you said, I think with that, it shows your range and your tone and your voice because I think frequently to me, I can sit and just listen to like, wow, she really is speaking to me,
That one for me too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did that one and honestly, I did that one and I did like I just played it and I was like, man, you singing on that one, girl. You singing on that one now. Hold on. Is that you?
Right. And you did Janet and honey, and it's hard to do a Janet Jackson song. I be telling folks, Janet can dance, but she can sing too. Like, don't get it twisted. But no sleep, I've heard that record all the time when I was in Louisiana. But for you to do justice with that and the beat, y'all got it so perfect. I was like, yeah. I see where she's going with this, and I see where you use that kind of like as your template, but not even that. You template with your own music, but not yet with your songwriting. You are using a craft to make your own stuff, but be Nico B. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I love about you, and I think it's dope, honey. So with that being said, I know now you have recently dropped, your new single, your new EP, Comeback, which I'm excited about. I actually been playing this about like 20 times. Don't judge me,
hey,
but it's
I ain't gonna judge you. Listen.
Right, it's definitely you look okay, but I love it because I love the beat, the version. It sounds like very like Spanish, but R&B. I feel the mixture of all of it in it, but I love Comeback because I love the words and I love everything about it because it sounds like it's a personal story. So talk about Comeback, and I want you to talk about your story because I heard it with one of your interviews and I love what the song means to you because I know it means a lot to you. I want you to tell the viewers how you came with Comeback and how it came full circle for you in your life.
Okay. So Comeback was actually a record during quarantine, obviously. So we wrote the record actually 7/16/2020. I date every song that I write and I make sure I know, if I go back and make an edit, boom. And so it was a song that me and PJ, I saw he had it going when I came to the studio one day and I was like, this is a vibe, okay. And I immediately started with the chorus. And then from there we was like, well, let's just knock this song out. So we knocked the song out in a day. The only thing we didn't have on there was a bridge. And so that was a song I didn't think was going to be mine. That was, like you said, do I want to write for other people or write for myself? I didn't even think I had wrote the song for myself yet, my first single. So I thought that was going to be somebody else's record. And so the opportunity came along where a gentleman offered me to come do a show performance for his online show or his YouTube show. And I was like, we got to pick a record. I have all these songs. I can't do a cover song when I've been sitting here doing songs all this time. So we were like, all right, what's the song that's most finished, most close to being done or like sounds ready. And we were like, PJ was like, Comeback. And I was like, okay, play it. Let's put it in the speakers. Let's hear it, Yeah. And I was like, wait a second, you might be onto something. So we chose that record and we were like, well, if we're going to put it on to somebody's show, we got to put the record out. And so we had chose the release date and everything, but we didn't even realize until 3 weeks before we were putting the song out that we had chose the release date a year exactly from the day we wrote the song.
Wow.
And so for me, that is like, God knows I like numbers. And so when I said 7/16, I was going on there, I was looking for the music video. I was like, we got to do this part for it. Let me look at the lyric. Does that say? And I just start crying. He's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, look at the date. And it was 7/16/2021 that we released the record. Wow. So a year exactly. And it was just like, man, this was the one that was meant to be. Right. And so it means something to me. Like that record really does. And both of us have always said it was something special about that one. Out of all the ones we've done, that's something that we both were just like, man, it's something about that one. So, Comeback is just kind of like, I didn't really have it from a personal story. It was just kind of like, I kind of told you, I walked in when I felt like come back. Okay, that's the beat I felt, come back. All right. And then it just kind of formulated, you know what I mean? And so take it how you want.
Yeah, and I feel you on that because I know it's some parts in that like driving me crazy. Like, child, when you get in love with somebody, you feel like they can drive you crazy. Honey, come back. You did that because I'm telling you, like, and I love the part because I've been kind of singing it, a moment I won't forget. I'm like, yeah, that's something I definitely, because it's moments in life that people, when they're in love with somebody, and I think what I've learned about your record, Come Back, people are very drawn to people, and I think energy speaks to a lot of people. But not even just that, I can feel like Comeback is a record that, when you're in love, you drawn to somebody, or you just want to, be with them, you always got to come back. So
yeah, you want to come back. It's like,
right.
I miss you. Come back.
But I love the little dance twister because I low-key was trying to do a little merengue, child, but baby, that was not me. No, ma'am.
Listen,
but
I bet you killed it. I bet you killed it and didn't even know it.
In my brain, I did. But what I love about the record was it has that R&B feel, but you keep it to a base where you can make it diverse for every other, every other genre that can hit. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's really dope and amazing because a lot of people just feel like R&B is just like just one thing, but it can be multitudes of things. And listening to your work and Come Back, I was like, yeah, I kind of see where she's going with this, but I can hear that her sound and Haley's sound in certain parts in your record. So I'm like, this girl, you got both of those two mixed in within you because I can tell you can go up high. I'm not. I can tell some
Sometimes.
people can. Okay, girl, you can hit them notes. I know you can, but just alone right there, I can tell you're a person that that's really serious. But not even that, you want to keep the soul of music in your music, and I'm super proud of you of that. So I'm excited. Sis, like, Come Back. I mean, I love the full circle moment because this is what I love about R&B music. Like, sometimes when you have certain records that may be sitting, but sometimes, they're meant for you for a certain time in a certain place. So for 1 year later, for your record just to come out exactly the time that you created, it goes to show you it was all in God's timing. So, I mean, I just feel like it's dope because, Come Back is something I can dance to. Summertime Jam.
Yes.
Got that Victoria Monet going on. I'm like, yeah, she got a record. I was like, okay, you got something, sis. It's a bop. So listening to that, I'm really happy and I'm excited for you. Hopefully you put out a full album cover, which I'm ready for, honey, because I love me some albums, but not even just that. I know you're going to take your time and give us some good music. So super proud of you for that. So I have a question. So now you are in this R&B industry game, child. Do you feel that the past R&B music is going to come back?
I think it is peaking its way back. I think there are artists who are doing it justice and bringing back them old vibes and bringing back that soul and bringing back, the feeling, you know what I mean, where you can listen to people. Because I think about, if we think about before we really got into all this technology, they were doing one takes. And you felt the soul, you felt it, you know what I mean? You knew that this was coming from a pure place. And so I feel like there are artists who are doing that in their own way. I mean, of course, with the technology and bringing it current, but who are bringing back those flavors. But I think it's a little bit overshined by the current culture of hip hop. And we got right now, we bringing, we got the, the Cardi B's and the, nothing wrong with them. They pop it. But it's like right now that is being overshined a little bit. So
very true.
I think people are, I look at people like Yeba. She is a perfect example. I like Lucky Day and people like, and honestly, people like Moonchild. They have a lot of soul. That's one of my favorite bands. I done seen them 3 times. Every time I've been able to go see them, I've been able to go see them, and I'm gonna go see them.
Okay, look, and you are the second artist I've had on my show that said Moonchild. I've heard a lot of people about them. They must be good. I've heard them, but I haven't really listened to them like that. But you are like, I have to really get into them because I heard Moonchild is a really,
when I say what you hear on the record is what you hear in person, and there are 3 people. And they all play horns. They all play, several instruments. And during the show, you watch them put down one thing, pick up something else on this part. Or they all, they playing keys and then they all got to do horns. All right, everybody pick up your horn and let's go. I mean, but they, and what is it? Hiatus Coyote, people like them. And it's some dope people out here, but you just got to look and find. That's really what it is. You got to look and see. You got to figure out where it's at. So
Right, right. And I'm so happy you said that because I know a lot of us, and we talk about this, you know, we have to look for R&B now more than ever because we don't want it to fade away because we love R&B for what it is. But it's people like you and people like Moonchild and people like Lucky that are still trying to keep the soul of R&B, you know, intact. Thank God. But
hmm
for, you know, for platforms like Instagram and, you know, YouTube to keep, you know, the elevation going up R&B music, we have to keep that platform going, you know? And I'm just happy that you hit on that for R&B because we need the soul and the emotion and everything that really hits and touches you and, you know, touches the life aspect of what is going on in the world. So super proud of you, sis. I love that. That's why Come
appreciate it.
Back is about to me, okay?
Hey,
Yes. So another question I want to ask you, is there anybody that you have a dream collaboration in the industry that you want to work with? It doesn't matter with songwriting or singing or anybody that you would admire to work with. Anybody.
some people I thought about, I would say Brandy. I would say her, like you mentioned.
Mm.
I mentioned this, James Fauntleroy,
Mm-hmm.
Eric Dawson.
Mm.
Now,
Baby, you got some
Eric
hearts for
Dawson,
that.
man. Eric Dawson, man. Listen, boy, listen.
Ooh.
Let's see.
Wow.
Shantae Can.
Mm.
And I would say Justin Timberlake too.
Okay. I like that. I like you're
Yeah,
very eclectic, versatile on who you want to work with because they all bring out a different type of way of R&B. That's dope. Girl, sis,
yeah.
you are just man, you baby. Look, I'm super proud because I like to see that because I think too, and another group that I really like, that I admire, that I know bring R&B is the Shandellas, and I have to shout out my friend JR. He's really dope on bigging them up a lot because the Shandellas have this female R&B group that they're bringing back, you know, with vocals and harmonies and stuff like that. But not
hmm
even just that. When we, you know, had R&B groups and then, you know, solo artists like yourself that were really bringing that zone of R&B music, they want to bring something to make sure that everybody knows that R&B has soul and stuff, you know?
hmm
So I think, you know, we really need people like you, people like the Chanellas, people like Lucky Day, all these people that are bringing R&B music back. You know, you are, you know, having people on my platform like yourself, you know, anybody that wants to bring real music, you know, and I'm super proud of you for that. So thank you,
Thank you.
sis. So I want to ask you, so now since you are, you know, making your way in the, you know, music industry and stuff like that, what advice do you want to give to people that are, you know, wanting to make it like yourself, but not even just that, or, you know, wanting to do what you're doing, but the craft of what you love and making sure that the purpose of what they're doing in the industry?
I would tell people to trust your gift, trust your gut, uh, learn the music business.
Mm,
That's
mm,
important.
mm-hmm.
Not going into it blind.
Amen.
And know what your end goal is. Like, where do you want to be? Because if you don't know, you can get snaked in and cornered into something like, well, I didn't even want this. I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
want to be. I personally don't want a record deal.
Mm.
So how do
Right.
I, with what I want, how do I make it work with future partnerships and stuff like that? And
Right.
then the last thing I would say, build with a team that you can trust. Find people you can trust and build a team.
Right.
That's still
Right.
something we're working on and finding the people, but it's all a part of the process. So just
Mm-hmm.
find people you can trust and lock in with those people who have the same vision and the same goals and the same,
Mm-hmm.
the same end goal.
Right.
So that's really what I would say.
Right. And another question I want to pertain, since we are talking about the business, do you feel that people like yourself, any artists and everything, do you feel like people that are trying to get in the industry, for them, like, if they want to do indie or get a record deal, do you think they need to learn on both aspects on how the way it is, or what advice do you want to give them for that aspect if they want to do either one of those?
I would say no both. The more you know, the better.
That's true.
Because you could think you want this one thing, but it's like, nah, maybe I want this because I have my strong suits in this area, because there are people who are just artists or who are just
Yeah.
singers, who need who need that extra. I need a songwriter. I need producers. I need X, Y, and Z. But then
Right.
you have other people who, already got it. I mean, i.e. myself,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a singer songwriter. I'm a creative all around, I'm a visionary,
Mm-hmm.
so it's kind of, you got to know what you want. And so I had to
Yeah.
also learn what pertains to a record deal. What are things that could benefit me if I was to go that way? But do I
Mm.
want to go that way? So it's kind of just learning everything. I mean, you can't go wrong with more knowledge. So
Mm.
learn it
That's
all.
dope. That is dope. I love that. So I want another question I want to roll at you. I'm going to do your monkey wrench. If you had one word to describe Comeback, what word would it be?
First word that just came to mind, invigorating. Did I say that right? I
You
think I
said
said that right.
Wow.
That's the
Wow. That's
first word
dope.
that just came to mind. I had threw it to the side and I was like, no, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back.
Oh, that's dope. Wow. That's dope. Because I know this means a lot to you and your baby because I love the story, what you did for it, but not even just that. I love how the way that I think you planned it, I think, but it was so unexpectedly. But what I'm learning about come back to you, it means something to you because it's a gem and a joy in your life. So I'm super proud of you for that. Oh, well, sis, I want to ask you one more little tidbit.
Okay.
Is there any way you can sing a little bit for me? I don't care what cover song, or you can sing comeback. Can you sing a
Ooh.
little bit for me? Oh, sure.
Oh, see, that wasn't a question. See, I mean, sort of kind of a question. That was a request.
A request.
All
Because I
right.
just love your voice and I want to let people hear your voice just a little bit.
Well, I mean, okay, I'm gonna do this. Do you have a song that you want to hear, or do you want to hear "Come Back"?
I want to hear frequency. I'm sorry, but I love that. You bodied
Okay.
that, honey.
What's the first word of that song?
Frequency,
uh,
frequency. Look, you body that. You could have seen that part, and I'm like, man, she just kills
okay. Why am I losing the first part I'm trying to sing? Lord have mercy.
it.
So never far, we are never far. We are never far. We are never. Frequency. As I release these frequencies, speak to me. Every oath I listen, now please keep from me. As I release these frequencies, oh.
Ooh, girl, you gonna make me cry on this live. Don't do it, honey. Baby, you body that. I love that because it did something to me when I sat down and listened to it. But you did a beautiful job. So that's why I had you singing because I was like, wow, this is a beautiful, beautiful cover song that you did for Janae. You did her justice, and I'm super
I
proud of you.
appreciate it.
Oh, girl, you did that. Girl, don't make me cry on this live. Jesus
Listen, that
Lord.
song be hitting me too. That's why I had to stop. I was about to be like, hold on.
No, girl, you gonna make me slang
That
the
song do.
spirit.
I be in there with that one. That one got me too. So that's why I said that's one of my
Wow.
favorites. I thought it like you. I thought it was Janet's, but then I was like, you did something with this one, sister. You did something with this one.
Baby, she did that. You touched the heartstrings. I'm super proud of you, sis. And I just want to
Appreciate
thank you
it.
so much. But before we do end tonight's live, because I had so much fun with you and everything, I want you to let everybody know, tell them about what's going on with you with your upcoming projects and tonight with your world premiere video, because I'm going to put on my page, darling. But congratulations on everything. But let people know what you got going on and what you're doing for 2021 since we're almost at the end, child.
I
Look.
can't believe it. I'm like, it's October.
Yes, it
But yeah,
is.
so I mean, y'all can follow me everywhere on all social media at I am Nico B _. And then like she said, I'm dropping my premiere music video tonight in a few hours here. So it's 6:30 here, so 9 o'clock my time. So
11
midnight.
my
Where you
time.
at? Okay, I
11.
was
I'm at
like,
Central. I'm at Central
okay,
time.
so yeah, everybody got different times. Somebody was like, it's
Yeah.
not out. No, 9 p.m. my time. 12 your time. You know what I
And
mean?
11
It's
my
confusing.
time.
Right.
But I
Listen,
got you,
anywho,
sis.
it's coming out here in a few hours. I'm so excited. Super dope. And it was just, yeah, y'all gonna listen. Y'all gonna love it. I love it. And
Come on.
we definitely have some more stuff coming soon. We're working on some stuff and just stay tuned. I don't like to drop too much at one time, but just
That's
stay
right.
tuned. Stay tuned.
Keep everything secret, honey, because at the end of the day, when time comes and happens, baby, you body that. So I'm
Yeah.
super proud of you, sis. And,
Thank you
I'm
so
so
much.
proud, Miss Nico B. You are a gem. And, sis, you keep soaring. You keep going in life. And I just want to see you win. And no matter what happens, like I said, keep God first like you always have, sis. So I'm
Appreciate it.
super, super proud of you. But, y'all, I have some announcements I have to make. So I
Okay.
know I'm ending my beautiful live with Miss Nico B. But before I do go, October 3rd, this Sunday coming up, y'all, I will be with one-time, big-time producer, Mr. Dave Boy. We are going to be celebrating the 15th anniversary of Monica's album, The Makings of Me. He is the guy who produced A Dozen Roses. I'm so excited to have him on my platform this Sunday. We're going to be celebrating the 15th anniversary of Miss Monica. And not even that, y'all, upcoming on October 17th, I'll be having a mini verses battle. I know y'all see me do these crazy verses, these beautiful, beautiful verses I've been talking about with my friend JR, but this time I'll be doing one with my friend Darius. We are going to be doing a little mini versus battle of B2K versus Pretty Ricky, y'all. So y'all got to let me know who has most hits, but not even just that. We're going to celebrate both groups for what they have and what they've done. But not even that, y'all. We're going to make sure R&B keeps going and going. So, y'all, I am so, so proud to have all this stuff, y'all. We're almost done with the end of 2021, so we got to hurry up and get all this done. Keep celebrating R&B for what it is and what it is. So not even just that. Thank you so much, Ms. Nico B. I am super proud of you.
Really
Congratulations
appreciate it.
on everything. Because, baby, I'm about to be bumping that comeback, doing that little dance, the little merengue. I don't know,
Yay.
but I'm going to try. But I'm super proud of you and sis. Like I said, keep shining, keep glowing, how the queen you are. But not even that, just keep going. I'm super, super
I
proud of you. And
appreciate it.
thank you
Thank you so
so
much.
much. And you got to come back on the platform, honey, because when you drop that
Come
first
back.
album,
Come back. I'm gonna be right back on the platform. Come back.
but not necessarily. When you get that first album, come back and let me know how everything is. Because, baby, I'm ready to hear. Because what you are doing in R&B, sis, you keep going because you're just being you and your authentic self. And I love to see our R&B artists do that. Okay.
Thank
Super
you.
proud of you. Thank you so much, y'all. We are done with my beautiful interview with the R&B singer and songwriter, creative designer. Baby, this girl got so many titles I can't even name right now. But this lady is a gem, and she is a super, super queen that's going to soar on R&B. The one and only Miss Nico B. Thank you
Thank
so much,
y'all.
Queen. God bless you so much from the bottom of my heart. Y'all
God
make
bless
sure
you.
y'all listen to the song come back, but not even that, I will make sure I will drop the video on the page, and not even that, make sure that y'all go on the YouTube and make sure y'all watch the video because it's gonna be thebomb.com.
I need y'all to subscribe.
And
Subscribe.
subscribe. Yes. Thank you so much, sis. God bless you so much from the bottom of my heart.
All right, you take care. Thank you.
You too.
Bye.
Bye bye. You have a good one.